Saya.
And you're watching this Drama TV.
Yo, Lauren, it's funny how money changes situation.
Of course, I am Miss Drama, so we gotta touch on some other topics in regards to what goes on in the sisterhood. Let's talk a little bit about that note of drama. Essentially, do you feel that dealing with other women, there is a competitive spirit? As much as it is a sisterhood, do you feel like, okay, she just laid some bars, so I gotta come back and let her know that, yeah, you good, but I'm about my business too. I mean, is that the competitive nature? Okay, I'm gonna start with Saya because I already know that you a beast, so we're gonna get into that.
Honestly, that's how I always felt coming up in this industry. But when I actually got to meet and get to know these women, like my guard went down. I didn't feel threatened in any way, shape, or form by any of them. You know what I mean? Because I really fell in love with them as people. So I didn't even have that rappers mentality dealing with them. Like, oh, she didn't drop the record, that shit was crazy, then we boo. It was all support. It was hard. You know what I mean?
For me, I'm like, when I do stuff, it's never for the competition. There is competition, but I don't write music to impress competition. I write it to impress the fans. So if somebody did lay some hot fire bars, I'm writing mine like, nah, I want the fans to hear that I'm better. I don't want the person who I'm writing against to feel like I'm not going at you, I'm going at the fan. That's the aim.
And then, I mean, do you all agree with that method of, or that mindset of, hey, yeah, it's competitive, but it's not a forced competitiveness? Is that?
Anything in life is competitive. Anything you do. So if you're not competitive, you don't want to be successful.
Right.
So that's just what it is.
I want to be the best at everything you do. Now I have to ask because, I have a great relationship with AllHipHop, and they're very supportive of hip-hop in regards to female MCs and kind of promoting that factor. Now, recently, the owner of AllHipHop, Chuck Creekmore, he did an open letter to Nicki Minaj. And in the open letter, he talked about the elements of, her imagery, and that recently with her new mixtape that she released, she had a pose where she had her ass out. She was in a thong. And, that's not too far from what we've seen for Nicki Minaj. That's just how she felt, apparently, in that moment. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel that as a woman in hip-hop, in this industry, do you feel the pressure to be overly sexy? Do you feel that, okay, to make a staple or make myself significant, I have to show a little extra cleavage, and when I say cleavage, a boob out, you know what I mean? A pasty here. Do you have to show certain things or project yourself in a certain way? Donna, I'm going to start with you.
I don't really focus on anyone else doing what they do. I'm so competitive with myself. I'm always like, damn, I could have did it better. Damn, I'm never comfortable. And I think that's what makes you to continue to be great. And to me, the definition of sexy is confidence. It's not about, at times, like now, you see me, I got on baggy clothes. I might have on a tank top or some dress tomorrow. I'm not saying I'm going to have my ass out, but I feel like being sexy is being confident in the skin that you're in, period. No matter what you look like, what size you are, that's my definition of sexy. So, I don't know.
Do y'all feel that was tasteful or tasteless? Sorry, we're gonna go over here.
I mean, obviously I don't dress like that and I don't get down like that. To each his own. At the end of the day, to me, it's about the bars. If you got bars, then other than that, if you gotta do all of that for people to pay attention to you, then that's crazy to me.
Like, what would our pockets look like if we was worried about somebody else?
Yeah, it's not about worrying somebody else at all, because all of you have, definitely have made your name for yourself respectively. But, a lot of people, unfortunately, look at hip-hop female MCs collectively as a conglomerate versus individually. So, when one person does something, whether it's...
And that's
right.
When she does it,
that's an expectation.
So, I mean, I'm like, do whatever you want to do, but don't expect us all to do so. The thing we keep saying, over and over is that we're all different people, we're all different MCs, we have different views, we have different goals, so don't hold us to a standard of what someone else did. We're going to do what we do. That's the way we got here anyway.
We're not followers, we're leaders.
And I I know we're just gonna, kind of wrap it up a little bit because I want to talk a little bit more about, any of the misconceptions or things that people have said about you guys in the past that you might want to clear up. Whether it was about a relationship. First off, how many of y'all are in relationships? I mean, y'all ain't gotta say who that person is, but are all of y'all guys in relationships currently?
All in a relationship.
Right?
Oh God.
Okay.
He's the head of our life.
Okay. So everybody basically is held down by a significant other. Whether he Jesus or Billy D. Williams, somebody. But do you feel that people get you wrong? Do you feel that there's anything that you guys personally want to clear up? Now that you have this platform of the show, what do you want people to see on the show that will clear up this misconceptions? I mean, anything in particular that sticks out in your head?
I'm not a gay rapper. I'm just a dope MC. I hate that label. I hate in the LGBT community because it's so bad already for us from the outside looking in. So to be labeled within the community, it kind of bothers me. Like, I don't want to be labeled in this industry or anybody as being a gay rapper. I'm not. I'm a dope MC. I'm not even a female MC with all of that. I'm a dope MC. I can hold my own with men and women. That's it.
For me, it's just a misconception that, I feel like that a lot of people are so forced on that. Anyone who has ever come after Nicki Minaj wants to be Nicki Minaj, and I think it's so one-track minded. So the show is really going to open people's minds up to cut that one-track mindedness out with, rappers. Like, it's ridiculous at this point.
And if you do research on all of us, you'll see we all been grinding for years. It just so happened that Nicki popped when she popped, and that's how it happens.
So, I mean, you all have your own opinions, obviously. It is a sisterhood. Do you try to stray away from artists that are contrary to the imagery you're putting out? So, if you're about positivity and an artist is putting negativity, can you overlook that for the sisterhood? Or is it about, look, if they're not vibing with me, I'm not vibing with them?
My thing is you have to be able to know when to divide the line between entertainment and as a person. Like, I talk other shit on my tracks because I'm confident. And who wants to follow someone that's unsure and serious? Like, we're all confident. We all know that we're number one. But at the end of the day, when you meet us out of character and us not being in artist mode, you get to love us because we're real people just like you. We're nice. We respect everyone just like I respect them. So I feel like when people get a chance to know who you are and know, okay, this is this person when they're entertaining and this is this person for real, overall they're a good person, I think that would be something that people could kind of go by. Not just, you know what I'm saying? Like, get caught up in the whole entertainment thing.
Gotcha.
Because at the end of the day, we're still human beings.
Absolutely. Well, look, I know we gotta go because we're having a wonderful little mixer here at Anaconda. Bar Americana, and I know the drinks they write. So before we have to get into these appetizers, any last words or words of wisdom rather that you would want to impart to other women who are looking up to you, who are in this industry and saying, damn, I want to be like Sai, I want to be like Dima, I want to be like Brianna, I want to be like Bia, I want to be like Nyemiah.
Some girl tweeted me today and she said, I want to be just like you. And I was like, no, you don't. Be better than me. You want to be better than me. That's if there's anything I say to any upcoming artist, it's like comparison gives way to complacency. Don't compare yourself to nobody. You are you for a reason. And there's something inside you that's going to take you everywhere you need to go. So that's my message.
That's what it is. This is the sermon right here. This is Miss Drama TV, AllHipHop.com. Loving these ladies. Make sure you stay tuned to what?
Sisterhood of Hip-Hop.
All right. Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Oxygen. Hey. All right.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Just don't think shit stink. Pink gators. My Detroit.